Moving forward, we have the New Orleans Bowl. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the sponsors and free advertising. Go look them up if you want. New Orleans Bowl, we have Jacksonville State, a 3-point favorite against Louisiana. An over-under of 59.5 points. Kicks off at 2:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And it's played at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, of course. Louisiana opened as a 3.5-point favorite, and that line was moved pretty quickly. Now you're wondering, what major player opted out here to change that? I'm here to tell you, none. There's players not playing in this game, but none that are almost 7 points of impact. This was just purely market-driven, in my opinion. This was just an incorrect line that was posted up there. But both quarterbacks for Louisiana, Ben Woldridge and Zion Christ, are out for the year. They've been out for the year, though. This is not new. Chandler Fields, he's going to be the one to start. He was actually last year's preseason starter, but there was kind of a will they, won't they thing going on all season long between him and Woldridge. So it will be Chandler Fields for this game. The Raging Cajuns, they also lost 4 of their last 6 games. Things just absolutely fell apart down the stretch, including Arkansas State, Southern Miss, a really bad loss. However, they are 5-1 New Orleans Bowls. A few of those came under Billy Napier, but Louisiana, no stranger to playing in this bowl game. Jacksonville State, on the other hand, probably one of the most motivated bowl teams you're going to see all year. They got their postseason waiver was denied, but they still snuck in anyway. The Thanos meme of them and James Madison, they're inevitable. They're going to arrive at this point, no matter what you do. Their head coach, Rich Rodriguez, popular name around the college football circles. He's 5-5 historically in bowl games, but he has not coached in one since 2017, 6 full years ago. Something to note, Jacksonville State is actually starting a brand new kicker. As far as I see, he has not attempted a single kick this year. Theirs went to the portal. You don't see that very often, but it's not anything worth to the point spread, but just keep in mind that like if this game has to come down to a couple of field goals and you're starting a new guy, I can't say that that's not going to make an impact on the game. But when you're looking at the totality here, the Gamecocks are healthier, probably likely the better team anyway.
Yeah, Brett, no team improved its K-Ford rating more this season than FBS newcomer Jacksonville State. The Gamecocks' power rating is 11.4 football points per game higher now than it was in the preseason. I know, dude. Like, part of that can be explained by the difficulty of projecting a team transitioning from FCS to FBS, but I learned a lot from James Madison in 2022 as they made that transition, and I pretty much nailed Sam Houston this year, so I don't want to take away from what Jacksonville State did. Was I too low on them? Sure. But they also just performed much better than I or a lot of other people thought. With 8 wins in the regular season, that's 3.5 more than I projected, making Jacksonville State the number 4 biggest overachiever this year. Simply a phenomenal year. I'm excited to see if Jacksonville State can build on the success that they've had this year in 2024, much like James Madison built on what was a great 2022 season this year in 2023. So again, Jacksonville State won't be, per NCAA rules, bowl eligible next year. They need a waiver, which of course this year they did not get, or they would need not enough FBS fully eligible teams to reach that threshold to be bowl eligible as they experienced this year. So just keep that in mind, Jacksonville State fans, as you're getting excited. You do have one more year of the transition window as James Madison experienced this year. I'm not sure how Louisiana fans view this season, but from a numbers perspective, it's probably slightly disappointing. Despite a better-than-expected offense, the Raging Cajuns fell nearly a full win short of preseason realistic expectations. And more importantly, Brett, they fielded their worst team from a power rating standpoint since 2018.
Yeah, at this point, the line's been kind of beaten into place when you're talking about moving 6.5 points, but I think I still lean Jacksonville State, if anything, if you're looking to bet this number right now. The defense for Louisiana, big time concern. Like this is an atrocious defense, especially when they're matched up with the pace of Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State still has that freaky athletic run fit. You have no idea who's in the run fit kind of defense, and they still run the fastest pace in the country. But we saw fewer and fewer problems, I should say, with coverage breaking down because of that breakneck pace. That I don't know if they just got more conditioned or if as the temperatures cooled off, they were able to run faster or whatever. But that's just not an issue for Jacksonville State right now. So if you look in Louisiana, they held one FBS opponent, one single one, under 21 And they lost that game, a 20-17 loss to Old Dominion. So this is all Jacksonville State, even with the spread, even with the number moving 6.5 points favor. I still don't think that is enough.